The battlefield no longer spoke. Where chaos once lived, there was now only wind. Ash drifted slowly through the air, carried by a fading sun lowering itself behind distant hills. The ground beneath him was marked not just by conflict, but by decisions. Each step he had taken had led him here. Each strike had shaped this silence. The samurai stood still, not in victory, not in defeat, but in awareness. His breathing slowed, his grip loosened. The sword at his side no longer demanded attention. For a moment he closed his eyes, and in that moment the world became quiet. He had trained for this. Years of repetition, years of discipline, years of removing hesitation from his mind. And yet the battlefield always revealed something deeper. It revealed not skill, but truth. When movement became instinct, when thought dissolved into action, there was no place left to hide. No titles, no identities, no illusions, only presence, only decision, only consequence. He had learned that strength was not loud. It did not shout or rush or demand attention. True strength was silent. It moved without resistance. It ended what needed to end without excess. And now, as the last embers of conflict faded into the horizon, he understood something few ever reach. The battle was never the destination. It was the test. He turned, not sharply, not with urgency, but with intention. The path home was long yet familiar. Each step grounded. Each movement carried no tension. The sun lowered further, casting gold across the land. Shadows stretched behind him, as if the past itself was being pulled away. There was no need to rush. He did not carry the battlefield with him. He left it where it belonged, behind. This was his discipline. Not just the ability to fight, but the ability to release. In the distance, his home stood quietly, simple, unassuming, unmoved by the world beyond it. A thin trail of smoke rose gently into the sky, dissolving into the fading light. Life continued here, unaffected by chaos. He approached slowly, his presence blending into the stillness of evening. The wooden structure did not greet him with sound. It did not need to. It recognized him. He paused at the entrance, not out of hesitation, but out of respect. The world outside and the world inside were not the same, and he understood this. Before stepping in, he removed what remained of the outside, not physically, but mentally. He released the tension, the memory, the weight, the noise, and then he entered. She was already there, seated in stillness. Her posture composed, her presence calm, as if she had always known this moment would arrive exactly as it did. There was no surprise in her eyes, no urgency, only awareness. Their gaze met briefly. No words were exchanged. None were needed. She saw him not as a warrior shaped by conflict, but as the man who had returned. She reached forward slowly, deliberately. The tea was prepared with care, not as a task, but as a practice. Each movement precise, measured, intentional. The water poured gently, steam rising into the air like a soft memory dissolving into nothingness. The room filled with warmth, with stillness, with presence. He sat across from her, his posture no longer bound by readiness, but by rest. The sword remained at his side, but it no longer defined him. The steam drifted between them, soft and weightless, moving without resistance, filling the space without disturbing it. He watched it for a moment, not analyzing, not interpreting, just observing. This was something he had learned, to see without forcing meaning, to experience without needing control. She handed him the cup. Their hands did not rush, did not hesitate. They moved with the same rhythm as everything else in the room. He lifted the cup. Warmth met his hands, and for the first time since the sun began to set, he felt no need to move forward. He took a slow sip, and in that moment, everything aligned. The past dissolved, the future disappeared. There was only this breath, this presence, this stillness. The world would continue. There would be more battles, more decisions, more tests, but they would come when they came. He did not live ahead of himself. He did not carry what was no longer present. This was his mastery, not the ability to control everything, but the ability to be controlled by nothing. She did not ask what had happened. She did not need to. The silence between them was not empty. It was full of understanding, full of acceptance, full of presence. She poured another cup, not because it was needed, but because the moment allowed it. The light outside faded, shadows softened, the world slowed. Inside, nothing needed to change. The room held its stillness. The air remained calm. The tea cooled, the smoke thinned, and the warrior rested. He understood now that mastery was not found in endless action nor in constant movement, but in balance, in knowing when to act and when to be still, in knowing when to fight and when to return. Many learn how to begin, few learn how to end, fewer still learn how to return. But this was the true path, to move through fire and not become it, to walk through chaos and not carry it, to return home and be fully present. There were no final words, no declarations, no conclusions, only silence, and within that silence, everything was understood. The night did not arrive suddenly. It unfolded slowly, like a thought that no longer needed words. The last light dissolved into shadow, and with it, the world outside softened into quiet. The wind moved gently against the walls, carrying no urgency, no demand. Inside, nothing changed. The room held its stillness. The tea rested between them. The faint trace of steam had vanished, leaving only warmth behind. He sat with his hands resting calmly in his lap. No tension, no anticipation, only presence. This was a different kind of awareness, not the awareness of danger, not the awareness of movement, but the awareness of being. There is a moment after every storm, a moment where the world does not ask anything of you. No decisions, no reactions, no movement. Most people do not recognize this moment. They rush past it searching for the next task, the next conflict, the next distraction. But the disciplined mind stays. It observes. It understands that this moment is where clarity lives. The samurai had come to value this more than any victory because it revealed something battle never could, what remains when nothing is required of you. She watched him, not directly, but with awareness. Her presence was not intrusive. It did not interrupt the space between them. She understood that words often disturb what silence is trying to reveal. So she remained still, her hands resting gently, her posture aligned, her breathing soft. There was no need to ask how he felt or what had happened. If it needed to be spoken, it would, and if it did not, then it had already been resolved. She reached for the tea again, the motion slow, deliberate. The water had cooled slightly. The warmth remained, but it no longer burned. Even the strongest heat becomes gentle over time. She poured. The sound was soft, barely noticeable, yet in the stillness it carried weight. He watched the cup fill, not because he needed to, but because nothing else pulled his attention away. He lifted the cup again, his grip light, controlled, intentional. No excess, no wasted motion. This was how he had trained, to remove everything unnecessary, to act only with what was required. Even here in stillness, the same discipline applied. He realized that mastery was not something he turned on and off. It was not reserved for the battlefield. It was present in how he sat, how he breathed, how he held a simple cup of tea. Images passed through his mind not as burdens, but as echoes. Moments from the day appeared and disappeared. He did not hold on to them. He did not resist them. He allowed them to pass like smoke in the air. Memory did not need to control him. Reflection did not require attachment. He could observe the past without becoming it. Many seek rest, but what they find is escape. They distract themselves, numb themselves, avoid what is within. But true rest is presence without resistance. The samurai did not escape the day. He sat with it fully, without judgment, without emotion pulling him in different directions. This was rest, not because nothing had happened, but because nothing needed to be carried forward. There was still fire within him, but it had settled like coals beneath ash, no longer burning outward but still holding heat. This was control, not the absence of intensity, but the mastery of it. When the time came that fire would rise again, but it would not consume him because he had learned how to contain it. She stood and adjusted the lantern slightly, the light softening, creating space. She did not control the environment, she aligned with it. This was her discipline, not in force, but in harmony. There are many who understand strength only in one form, the loud form, the visible form, the form that acts and conquers. But there is another form, the strength to remain still, the strength to hold space, the strength to not disturb what is already whole. Together they represented both, not as opposites, but as balance. Outside the world continued, others still moving, chasing, reacting, the same cycles repeating. But inside there was no need to follow. He had stepped out of that rhythm, not permanently, but intentionally. He understood when to engage and when to withdraw. Tomorrow would come with new challenges, new decisions, new tests, but he did not prepare for tomorrow by worrying about it. He prepared by being fully present now, because this moment was the foundation for all that followed. There was a lightness in the room, not because nothing existed, but because nothing unnecessary remained. No tension, no expectation, no force. This was what many spent their lives searching for, a state where the mind no longer pulled in different directions, where action and stillness no longer conflicted, where nothing needed to be added and nothing needed to be removed. She poured the last of the tea. He accepted it without rush, without hesitation. There are moments where words become unnecessary, where understanding exists without language. They sat together in silence, and everything was clear. The path of the warrior is not constant movement. It includes stillness. It includes returning again and again to a place where nothing needs to be proven. Each return is different, not because the place changes, but because the person does. The lantern dimmed, the night deepened, the room grew quieter, and in that quiet there was no absence, only fullness. There is no final moment, only continuation. The warrior rests not because the journey is over, but because he understands when to be still within it.